And speaking of beautiful things that you see, many people will say they love a nice smile on someone. And of course, none of us want bad breath. But did you know that your oral health could also be affecting the rest of your body?
I spoke with the dentist to the celebrities about what we can do. Well, your mouth is the gateway to your body, and it's not a very pristine gateway. It's actually filled with bacteria that can have negative effects to your overall health. Dr. Marc Lazare, celebrity dentist, shares his professional tips to brush up on oral care for the perfect smile. Doctor, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it.
So let's start out by talking about poor oral health and what that can kind of do for the rest of your body.
Okay, well, the mouth is basically a window to the rest of your body. There's a very strong correlation between oral health and your overall health. Now, there are a lot of studies out there that link poor oral health to such illnesses as diabetes and heart disease. So it's very important. I strongly recommend people make smart and healthy choices to take care of their whole body, and that will, of course, improve the look of and beauty of the smile.
So then, doctor, what are kind of the key components to keeping not just our teeth healthy, but our gums as well?
Okay, well, every gorgeous smile is built on a strong and healthy foundation. So people, I think, are pretty well aware of the benefits of brushing. But the essential step of flossing, people just ignoring that. I hear every single excuse under the sun as far as why people are not flossing. Everything from it's just too tedious, it's too difficult, I don't have the time for it, it's too messy, whatever the problem is, people just aren't flossing. So what I've done is I've partnered with Philips Sonicare AirFloss Pro, and I recommend it to my patients because it is such an easy way in 60 seconds to work around the mouth with bursts of air, water, or mouth rinse and clean those hard-to-reach in-between areas. And it's great for people especially who aren't flossing. And it's been clinically proven to improve the overall health of the gums and as effective as string floss for doing that.
Well, I love that because I know in my household, one of the biggest reasons people don't floss is the time. It takes too much time, but 60 seconds, anybody can do that. Now, doctor, I want to also ask you.
And it's predictable.
Right. Well, we've heard a couple myths about maybe some foods that might help bring on a wider smile. Is that true? Are there actually foods that can do that?
There are, but for different reasons. For example, apples will increase your saliva production. And what that does is it helps to remove plaque and food debris and surface stains. Chewing on carrot sticks and celery sticks will also stimulate salivary flow and get rid of the surface stains and plaque that would build up on the teeth. You can have certain foods like seeds and nuts, which actually work to mechanically, physically abrade and remove those surface stains too. So those are ways to maintain a whiter smile. But if you actually want a whiter smile, I definitely would recommend people see their dentist and ask them for a Philips Zoom whitening treatment, because that is an easy and predictable way to get a really white, beautiful smile.
I love it. So then, doctor, tell us, are there any kind of like daily oral habits that we should be taking on to kind of protect our smiles?
Absolutely. I mean, it's very important to brush twice a day. I recommend using an electric toothbrush. It's more predictable and very effective. Flossing once a day is definitely key. And I would also recommend a tongue scraper. Tongue scraper is a great way to get the volatile sulfur compounds that stick on the back 1/3 of the tongue out. That will improve the fresh breath in your mouth. That's where all the bad breath germs hang out. So I recommend that. Additionally, one thing I'm going to recommend to everyone, which is really underrated, is the effect of how stress can affect your mouth. Because stress plays a huge role in causing gums to become inflamed and get puffy and bleed, which of course distracts from your smile. They can also bring about sores and ulcers inside your mouth and cold sores on your lips. They can cause you to grind and clench your teeth, which can affect your TMJ, the temporomandibular joint, cause headaches and jaw fatigue. And it could also crack your teeth and cause tooth sensitivity. So I would definitely recommend doing activities that will minimize the stresses in your life, such as yoga, meditation, or even just curling up with a good book.
Well, doctor, I've learned so much in just a short time with you. Is there anywhere our viewers can go for more tips on keeping our oral health care on the up?
Absolutely. I would recommend heading to sonicare.com for more information.
Well, Dr. Lazare, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us this morning.
Heather, thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Now stay where you are. The Morning Blend will be right back.